Hola, estudiantes. This video is about a review of uses, position, and forms of adjectives. Let's look at what this guy has to say to see what adjectives he used. La identidad de mi avatar es muy misteriosa. So he's identifying what his avatar's identity looks like. Tiene pelo largo y rubio. Those are both modifying the noun pelo. Nariz grande. Grande is modifying nariz. Y un arete pequeño. Pequeño is modifying arete. All right, so let's look at some rules that you probably already know, but just in case, let's review. First of all, uses of adjectives. Adjectives modify or describe nouns. That's something that you should know from English. Those that quantify, limit, or make a noun unique, or give a known quality, generally precede the noun. Those that simply describe follow the noun. It's important to note the difference between these two because sometimes people think that adjectives in Spanish always follow the noun, but there are some times when they do precede the noun. So let's take a look at those. Here are some times when adjectives precede the noun. First of all, to quantify or to limit. Tengo muchos o algunos o 100 amigos en Google+. I have many, some, or 100 friends on Google+. Voy a cerrar mi cuenta en Facebook. I'm going to close my account on Facebook. So all of these words, muchos, algunos, 100, and me, are adjectives that quantify or limit the noun. So they come before. Another time where adjectives would precede the noun are to make unique or to provide a known quality about that noun. Mi querida amiga, Antonia, me manda mensajes de texto todos los días. My dear friend Antonia sends me texts every day. Vemos las altas montañas andinas en la foto. We see the high Andean mountains in the picture. So these adjectives are trying to make this noun unique or provide a known quality about them, which is why they precede the noun. Let's look at one more example. Tienes que bajar la nueva aplicación de Twitter. Esta no es la última. You have to download the new Twitter application. This is not the most recent one. So the nueva is making unique or providing a known quality about the noun aplicación. And then this is the rule that you're probably more familiar with. Usually, adjectives follow nouns when they're describing them. Trato de siempre hacer clic en enlaces seguros. So here's the noun, here's the adjective, and the adjective's following the noun. I always try to click on safe links. Mi computadora portátil tiene una garantía de 4 años. Here's the noun, here's the adjective, normal rule. My laptop has a 4-year warranty. Ojo, that means eyeball. Watch out for this. Some adjectives change meaning depending on whether they precede or follow the noun they modify. Here are some examples. Grande or gran, when those words come before, they mean great. After, it means big. Nuevo, nueva. When you put that adjective before, it means another or different. When you put it after, it means brand new. Pobre. When you put it before, it means unfortunate. When you put it after, it means poor. Viejo, vieja. When you put it before, it means former. And when you put it after, it means old. Vamos a ver unos ejemplos. Esta es mi vieja red social. So you'll see that vieja, the adjective, came before red social, the noun. So that means it's going to be, this is my old, meaning my former, social network, the one I don't use anymore. Versus, mi móvil viejo no tiene todas las aplicaciones que necesito. Now we have the adjective after the noun. So now it actually means my old age. In cell phone age, my phone is old. My old in age cell phone doesn't have all the apps I need. So just by moving the adjective, it changed the meaning, whether I put it before or after. Let's look at one more example. La pobre chica perdió su móvil con todos sus contactos. The poor, not poor in money, but meaning, that unfortunate girl lost her cell phone with all of her contacts. So by putting the adjective before the noun, I'm saying that she's unfortunate. If I said she was a chica pobre, she might not even have a cell phone because she's literally poor, meaning she doesn't have a whole lot of money. Let's talk about agreement and forms of adjectives. Adjectives are singular or plural, and they may also be masculine or feminine. They always agree in number, and they often agree in gender with the nouns that they modify. Let's take a look. Here are some examples of when adjectives agree in number and gender. So you'll see 4 different forms of those adjectives. These are adjectives that end in O. They can be changed to a, or os, or as. El usuario experimentado, la herramienta compleja, los usuarios experimentados, las herramientas complejas. There are some adjectives that don't end in an O or an A, so they just agree in number in 2 forms. So when we change these, we're just changing them by adding an S or an ES. Remember, we add an S for adjectives that end in vowels, and we add an ES for adjectives that end in consonants. That's usually the same rule in English. So, el enlace útil, la cuenta útil, doesn't change because útil ends in a consonant. But when we go plural, it will change. Los enlaces útiles, las cuentas útiles. So we didn't have to change the gender, but we did have to change the number. Oh, eyeball, watch out. Adjectives of nationality that end in a consonant, you add an A to form the feminine. If the adjective ends in e or a, the singular only has 1 form. Adjectives of nationality are not capitalized in Spanish. That's different than in English. Unos ejemplos. El sitio español es muy atractivo. The Spanish site or website is very attractive. So this is a nationality. It means that the website is from Spain. Las usuarias españolas son muy diestras. So the users are Spaniards, and they're female because it says las usuarias. Oscar Arias es costarricense. Tengo un amigo vietnamita. That means that he's Vietnamese. Lastly, some adjectives vary their forms before nouns. For example, bueno, malo, primero, tercero, uno, alguno, ninguno, all drop the O before masculine singular nouns. So they would become buen, mal, primer, tercer, un, algún, ningún. Cualquiera, grande, and ciento shorten before any singular noun. So those become, let me cross it out for you. Cualquier, gran, and cien before any singular noun. And then santo, which means saint, shortens before masculine singular nouns, except if they begin with do or to. Let's look at some examples. Tienes un buen perfil en Facebook. So because I have buen before the noun, I can shorten bueno to just buen. You have a good profile on Facebook. Quiero ver cualquier información sobre el incidente. So cualquiera, because it came before the noun, got shortened to cualquier. I want to see any information about the incident. Frida Kahlo fue una gran pintora. Now, I'm not trying to say here that she was a big painter. I'm trying to say that she was a great painter. So I put the grande before pintora, and it shortens to gran. Frida Kahlo is a great painter. Visitamos San Juan, Santo Domingo, y Santa Lucia. So you can see here that Santo got changed or shortened to San. But when we have to, that does not happen. And we also don't have that with Santa Lucia because that's a feminine, and it only shortens before masculine singular nouns. We visited San Juan, Santo Domingo, and Santa Lucia. So that was the lesson to review uses, position, and forms of adjectives. Thanks for listening. Hasta luego.